have to buy. Okay, and of course this is a CBI class through workability, and one of the reasons that we're in this class is to learn about the importance of work, and we all need to work in order to make money to buy the things that we need to survive, right? So today we're going to try to draw the distinction between things that we need, things that are absolutely essential, and things that we might want but aren't really things that we have to have in order to survive. Okay? So for the next couple of minutes, I was hoping you guys would brainstorm and try to come up with different categories of items that you think you might need, that you have to have in order to survive. So everyone, see if you can come up with 3 things that you must have, that you consider essential needs. Nathan, question?
Food and water. Food and water. Food
and water?
And
okay, can you write that down on your, those are great ideas, great. Anybody else have some other ideas? Dustin? Clothes, gotta have them. Write that down, good one. What other essential items, Fabian?
Shelter.
Shelter, yes. Martine?
shoes.
Shoes, good. Those are clothes, but absolutely essential. Go ahead, write that down. Good one. What about, who can give me some examples of things that you might like to have, but they're not really things that you have to have. They're really luxury items.
iPad.
iPad, yeah. I want one too, but gosh, I can't afford one. And there's other things that are a higher priority. I have to feed my kids before I can buy my iPad, right? Nathan?
Xbox 360 and the Wii U.
The Wii.
That's the new system.
Is that the new Wii? The brand new one? I haven't even heard of that one yet. My son's got a Wii, but I didn't know. It's called the Wii U. The Wii U. Interesting. Those are luxuries. Good. Okay, so you see what we've got going here are 2 categories. See, we've got our essential items on one side and our luxury items on the other. Dustin, you had another thought. What? Can you name another non-essential or luxury item? Something that you don't really have to have, but something that you might want? What did you say? Fingers? Oh, action figures. Okay. Yeah. You might really want the latest Prometheus action figure, but you might not have the money to buy it. And you might have to pay for your rent first before you can buy the new action figures that you want, right? For me, you know, here's for me. My dilemma is that, you know, I've got a family of 4, so I've got to feed my 2 kids and make sure our mortgage is paid, right? But, you know, there's the 2012 Camaro that's out there that I really would love to have, but it's a $30,000 car. I can't afford to buy that car. As much as I would like to have it, it's just not something that I can afford to buy right now. So it's something that's definitely something that would be a luxury. It's something that I want, but I don't really need it. I have a vehicle that runs. It gets me to work and back, and so it's good enough. But so who would be willing to come up and put a couple of needs on the board? Who can put some essential items on the board? Okay, Martine, come up. I want you to, using the smart board, grab a pen and write down an essential need, something that you must have in order to survive. So when you bring home that paycheck, what's going to be the most important thing that you need to buy with that money from your check? Okay, car, transportation, very important. Good. That's a good one. Okay. You know another one?
Yeah.
Go ahead, write another one down. Essential item, must have. Great, Martine. You gotta eat. You gotta eat. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Okay, Dustin, can you come up and put an essential item on the board for me? Thank you. A plane? An airplane? That's essential?
What the heck?
Where do you want to fly to? cool. Okay. All right. Maybe for you, you know, that would be essential. So you must plan to do some traveling then. Cool. Can you think of any? I'll tell you what. Since you're already up, Justin, would you be willing to put something? I think, in my opinion, I think a plane would be something that would be more of a luxury, something that you might really want, but it would be very expensive to buy one. So, however, it depends on your situation. If you lived on a remote island, then a plane would be essential, right? Because you would need, if you wanted to fly off the island and get supplies, you would need a plane in order to do that. So, in a way, that's not too far-fetched. But can you think of maybe a luxury item, something that you might want? You mentioned an action figure. Can you think of something that you might want, but not necessarily need? You're not sure? You mentioned action figure. You want to put that down? Hmm? Do you want to put action figure up? Okay. Put it in this category, right? Because action figures are toys, and toys are really, they're luxury items. They're fun to play with, but they're not essential for life. Those pens write a little strangely, but you're doing a good job. Nice work, Dustin. Great job. Great, sir. Thanks a lot. Okay, we've got a couple essential items up, but who can, I heard some good ideas earlier, who can put another essential item up that's absolutely necessary for life? We've got transportation, the car, we've got food. What about, don't we need a roof over our heads?
A house.
Thank you, Nathan. Great. Can you come up? Can you put that up on the board? Thank you, sir. Terrific. Got to have a place to... Let me give you a hint with this. You keep your hand off of it and you just write without putting your hand on the... It's tricky. Try and write without putting your hand on the smartboard. Just touch the pen to the...
Oh, I put my name. What am I doing?
That's okay. You're practicing, right? That's good. That's okay. No worries. Excellent. Thank you, sir. All right, here we go. So we got car, food, house. Plane is sort of negligible, but we'll let that slide for now. So we've got to have food, clothing, transportation. What about, is there anything else? Fabian, what did you have on your list of essentials?
Water?
Water, yeah. Water, we take it for granted, but water is absolutely essential. You're supposed to have 8 to 10 glasses per day. None of us drink enough water. But clean water is becoming harder and harder to find. In fact, most people pay for their drinking water because it's so scarce. They don't trust the tap water. So, if you want to come up, Fabian, and put up water, that's going to calculate in. If you're buying bottled water, that's going to add up. That's going to be another expense that you have. Great, David. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're pretty good on that. We got, just for a minute, let's see if we can think of any other essentials. You got your house, you got your food, you got your transportation. What are we neglecting here? Seems like we're leaving some things out.
Clothes.
Clothes. Yes, clothes. Clothes. Hey, Susan, do you want to come up and add clothes to our list? No? Come on. No? Can I write it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll add clothes on behalf of Jesus. The other thing I was thinking about, you guys, what about, I mean, how are we gonna, I mean, you gotta have power in your house, right? You gotta have electricity, don't you? Because without that, how are you gonna You won't have hot water for your shower. You won't have the lights on. You won't be able to operate your stove to cook with.
Well, like, I wonder if there's people out there that don't use electricity, no TV, and internet, and they just have candles in their house.
There's probably people who live
In a poor way.
in an old-fashioned way, in a poor way, that still live that way, yeah, in a very primitive way. And they're able to get by, but most of us have become accustomed to having electricity and things that we need to make our lives a lot easier, right? So, would you agree with me that electricity is an essential? Something that you must have? Okay. I'm going to add that to our list here. Okay. What about... You remember, we did that California reality check, which is kind of similar to this. When you start looking at all of these things, you notice they start to add up, right? Each of these things is going to add a little bit more cost and going to eat into your paycheck and take a little piece. And pretty soon, you might not have much left because you're paying for all these essential items, right? All right, so we got a lot of essentials. One thing we didn't mention, what about insurance? Do you guys know what insurance is and why you might need it?
Yeah.
Insurance is kind of a way to protect yourself against future losses. So if you buy an insurance policy that helps you with your healthcare expenses, you might pay $100 a month or some amount every month in case you get hurt or sick. You won't get hit with this huge medical bill that forces you to go bankrupt, that uses up all of your money, right? So insurance is something that it's sort of a necessary evil. We all need it, but it costs money. So it's something that I would add to the essential list also, insurance, because without health insurance, I have a friend who had a heart attack, and he's a young man, but he had a heart attack. He's about my age, and he didn't have insurance, and he's faced with medical bills that are unbelievable, facing $250,000 or more. So I don't have any idea how he's ever going to pay that. But that's an example of something that could ruin you financially. So I'm going to add insurance to this list. That's something that's essential. Some employers offer insurance. This school district offers me health insurance, so I have health insurance for my family that's paid for by the school district, right? So in case any of my family members get sick or hurt, we have an insurance policy that will help pay for some of those expenses. Otherwise, it would be just very, very expensive to pay for everyone's medical bills. So what about some other luxuries? Let's get some other. I know we can think of more luxuries. Who's going to put up? Max, can you put up a luxury for me? A non-essential item, something that you want but you don't really need.
Nothing.
Can't think of anything?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
Nope.
Okay. Anybody else? How about, you guys gave me some earlier. What are things that you want but you don't really need? Nathan had mentioned a couple.
I just told you those things, but I don't really want them.
Okay.
I got over it.
Well, let's see, I heard the we, you. How do you spell the Y-O? Is it Y-O-U?
Yeah.
Just a U?
Yeah.
We, you. How about the Xbox 360? I heard that.
Yeah. That one.
I said I want a 2012 Camaro. Boy, I want it, but am I going to get it? Nah. How about a new surfboard? Do I want it? Yeah, I want it. Can I get it? No, not right now. Might have to wait. Save up. These are all things that are luxuries, right?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus?
Yeah. iPod.
iPod, okay.
iPad.
iPod. iPad. Okay, so you guys see the difference between these things, these two categories? To me, it's pretty distinctive. Here, these are things that we must have. So when you get your paycheck, as much as you want to go out and buy that new game system, you first have to think about what you really, really have to buy, right? And these are the things that are the highest priority that you must buy. Before you buy any of these things, you got to take care of these things, right? Any questions?
There's more luxuries than
Oh yeah, you could come up with
anything.
thousands. Jewelry.
I know a bike is a
How about-
luxury, but it is something to
Well, a
get-
bike might be transportation.
Yeah.
That could be something over here, you know?
Yeah, that's what I want.
You could put a bike over in this category because a bike might be your way of getting around. A lot of people commute to their jobs with their bicycle, right? But in terms of luxuries, you know, candy is certainly a luxury. What else? Jewelry. That's a great
TV?
example. What did I hear?
TV?
TV. TV is a luxury too. You don't really need it. You know, everybody wants. They want internet. They want cable. But all those things add a little bit more money every month. It all adds up. Fabian.
A dog if I want to.
A pet. That's a luxury, isn't it? Yeah. Pets are fun, but do we really need one? Nah. And they're expensive. Vet bills and food, and you gotta, I mean,
Doctor?
if you go on vacation, you know, you might have to pay for boarding for your dog or something like
A
that.
desktop and a laptop.
Computer. Yeah, they'd be nice to have. And actually, in some cases, computers are almost replacing TVs because, like for me, the entertainment that I get from my computer, I spend more time on the computer than I do watching TV. When I was your age, there was no computers with internet access, so we watched a lot more TV. Nowadays, TV is, and the programming is so poor, I feel that I can watch what I want to watch with the computer. I don't have to watch all that garbage on cable TV. What I consider programming that's not really.
What if it's not garbage, and what if it plays like a good movie that you like, and
Then you might want.
and you still don't watch it. You watch it on the computer. You do
True. That's what I'm saying is computers do a lot of the same things that television does. Computers have almost made television obsolete. You almost don't even need a TV if you have a computer because you can watch movies, you can do all those things with your computer, right? So you guys seem like you have a pretty good handle on this. You understand the difference between essential items and luxury items. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pass out a quick little worksheet on living expenses, and there's icons or little pictures, and you got to tell me whether it is a need, something you need, or something that's a luxury item. There's something that I just noticed that we neglected. Don't we need? How do we communicate with other people that might not live in our house? How would we communicate with them?
Phone.
Yes, a phone. We forgot to put a phone here. I think a phone is something that would be an essential item to keep in touch with.
They used to send messages instead of using the phone.
Right, they used the telegraph. That was the old-fashioned way to communicate.
I was saying sending mail messages, just writing a paper, put them in the mailbox.
Yeah, that's kind of the lost art, the art of writing letters, putting a stamp on it and put it in the mailbox. That was the way. They call it snail mail now, but that was the only way to communicate back in the day. So you're absolutely right, Nathan. So yeah, but I would add phone to something that's essential. So guys, I'm going to pass out this little worksheet on living expenses, and I'd like you can work with a partner, or you can work individually, and just there's a little icon for each picture. I want you guys to tell me whether you feel it's something that you need or something that's a luxury, that's non-essential.
I forgot to put something up there that's a need. Sports, active.
Sports. Yeah, that's something we hadn't mentioned. Recreation, right? Leisure activities. What? Entertainment.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Uh-huh.
So I agree, Nathan. Let's add that because everyone needs. There's an expression: all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. We need entertainment. We need to do other things besides work. So I don't know how I'm going to squeeze this in, but let me hyphenate this word. Entertainment. Movies, right? So you can go on a date with your lady, so you can do all those things that make life fun. All right, so I'm going to pass this out, you guys, and I'll give you until the rest of the period to complete this worksheet on living expenses. And you've done this before, so this should be a snap.
You write it all down, how much would be?